Hello and welcome to the
Crossbar Kiwi.
YouTube channel. This is going to be the first video I will ever release on this channel. Typically, I make Geoguessr videos on the channel called Luminous Kiwi, but I have a lot of love for football and I love watching it. So let's get into the France versus Spain World Cup semifinal game. I think a lot of people, especially me, were going into this game saying that France were going to win and that they have the best attack in the world when it comes to World Cup versus the best defense at the World Cup right now, which is Spain. And personally, I thought that France was going to get the better of Spain. I thought they had a leg up on them, especially in the form that Mbappe's in. I expected him to perform better against Spain. Okay, so I believe that I initially predicted that France would win this game. I just thought that they had the upper hand in terms of attacking prowess. I think that Mbappe, he's in the form of his life right now. I mean, he's scored 20 World Cup goals and he's only 27 years old. And what does he have? 8, 9 about right now? I mean, that's absolutely ridiculous. So I predicted him to score. Michael Elise right now, 27 goals, 28 assists for Bayern Munich, I believe. So he's been one of the best players in the world, and he's been great at this World Cup too. So I really anticipated that Mbappe and Elise would have a game here. And Dembele, Ballon d'Or winner, you expect him to show up in this game as well. Bradley Barcola, I mean, you could substitute him for Desiree Doué as well. I rate them both pretty highly. Um, but I honestly think that the fullbacks and the defense played a major role in this game here. You have Kubarsi next to Laporte, which is just experience versus the youngin who's really having a great career at Barcelona so far. He's only 19 years old. I remember when he was 17, he came out and people are saying he's like the next Puyol. People are comparing him to legends and saying, "Wow, this guy's gonna be the next big thing." Um, and I mean, he's really having a great World Cup so far. I honestly think that Spain could win this whole thing. I think that their team cohesiveness is just better than France. France wasn't able to really put together too many good plays. I think Saliba getting injured early on and getting subbed out for Lacroix played a huge role in Spain's victory. Even though they already scored at that point, I just think that Lacroix just did not play well. I mean, you could see on the second goal, Upamecano was the one that was defending Dani Olmo, but in the end, I mean, Lacroix was in no man's land. He wasn't even looking at the ball. He was kind of spaced out there, and then you have Pedro Porro making the run right past him, right in front of him. He's just staring at the ball. Pedro Porro makes a great finish in the back of the net, and I'm saying this as an Arsenal fan, but I think Porro had the best game today out of every player on the pitch. I think that he was great on defense. I mean, we completely stopped Barcola, Doué, and then on attack too. He had some great passes, some great plays, like showed off his skills. I mean, he was great at sporting. He really showed exceptional play today. Marc Cucurella as well. I mean, that backline on the Spain team is just ridiculous. Let's focus on Lamine Yamal here. So before the game, I believe he posts on either Instagram or some social media and says something cocky, as always. Classic Lamine Yamal, and everyone's gonna say, "Oh, if he doesn't show up, it's gonna be awful." But I mean, today he was able to back it up. Gives Spain the first penalty of the game. He was electric today. I mean, he almost scored, but it was offside. But I mean, I think his skills and his confidence is growing. I mean, he's able to take the ball from the wing into the midfield better. He's just able to control the game almost for Spain. I think he's really stepped up. At 19 years old, he's still young, but he plays like he has 20 years of experience. I mean, he's absolutely ridiculous on that pitch today. Of course, the spotlight's on Oyarzabal and Pedro Porro. Um, but I think Spain's got some great depth. If you look at Spain's bench, I mean, Ferran Torres, he's really hit or miss. I think that he's a wild card on the pitch. If you put him in for Oyarzabal, he's had games for Barcelona where he'll be having a great game, then miss an open net, or he'll go into the game late and then score a winner, and it'll be a great goal. So he's really hit or miss, honestly. Mikel Merino, he plays for Arsenal, so I'm a huge fan of him. And he's always clutch. He's been clutch for Arsenal. He scored against Newcastle, scored against Brentford. He played a huge part of the title run for Arsenal. So I've always rated Mikel Merino highly. And for the Spain national team, it's just a different side of him comes out. I mean, he flips the six upside down. It's a nine now, and he becomes that striker and plays an elite role. I mean, he was the reason that they won against Portugal. It's the reason that they won against Belgium. Just what a player, man. And let us not forget about the 2024 Ballon d'Or winner, Rodri. Had an incredible game today. I mean, he was all over the place. He's the distributor of the team, and his role cannot go unnoticed in today's game. He played an exceptional role today. But yeah, let's talk about the negatives of France. I mean, Lucas Digne early on in the game just makes a really dumb decision in my opinion. I mean, kicks high, doesn't even look where the ball is. Even if he completely missed Lamine Yamal, his foot wasn't even touching that ball. He wasn't even near it. His eyes weren't even on the ball. He was going to whiff that. So that was just a really dumb decision to make. I mean, early on in the game, what, 20 minutes in, just decides to completely give a horse kick to Lamine Yamal. So I think it's time for Unk to hang up the boots, but it seems like he's going to PSG, so honestly happy for him. Okay, so now that that's over, let's talk about, in my opinion, the more exciting game, which is Argentina versus England. And why I say that is because Argentina, I mean, the reigning champions, I think a lot of people are rooting against Messi, but it would be great to see him win 2 World Cups. But they're going up against England, who are notorious for choking, and to see England go into a World Cup final would be amazing, to be honest with you. I think that England deserves to be in the spot that they're in right now. Harry Kane is in the form of his life. I think he could be top in the Ballon d'Or race, and if he wins this World Cup, I mean, who says no? I mean, let's talk about Jude Bellingham. 4 goals in 2 games. Like, he's been absolutely ridiculous all over the pitch. Like, at Dortmund, Jude Bellingham, he played more of a central defensive midfielder role. You know, I have a lot of Dortmund jerseys, so I used to watch them a lot back in the day, and especially when they had Bellingham. And he was kind of an 8 slash a 6. He was kind of in between, but he would play the 8 role a little bit, and he would play it really well. But he wouldn't score many goals for Dortmund at all. And when he gets signed for Real Madrid, they put him at more of a center attacking midfield role. And I think he scored what, 17 goals in his first season for Real Madrid. I mean, that's absolutely incredible. Yeah, let's talk about Bukayo Saka. So I'm a huge Arsenal fan, so Saka's my guy, my Premier League champion. And this tournament, he's been incredible. I mean, what does he have? 3 assists. He's been amazing. But Bukayo Saka, when he comes in, he delivers. I mean, that cross to Jude Bellingham. And then of course you have Anthony Gordon on the other wing, who I think he gets under notice a little bit as well. I mean, he played for Everton back in the day. And I didn't really rate him that highly when he was at Everton. I think that he was a very fast player, but he didn't really have that much skill from what I was seeing. Gets signed for Newcastle, and it seems like it sparked a new light in him, and he's just been great. And for England so far, he's been amazing. But yeah, Anthony Gordon, you know, what a weird player. Like, he gets signed by Barcelona, and everyone's kind of like shaking their head a little bit, being like, why would Barcelona want a player like him? And then you see him in this tournament, he's been incredible. I mean, his pace in the wing is just, it's not to compare him with Gareth Bale, but it's almost like he's reached that level of pace, like to get past defenders. I mean, even his skills have been great from what I've seen. So I think he's definitely a wild card in that left wing. I mean, Declan Rice, like, do we even need to talk about Declan Rice? He's just been a top 5 midfielder in the world last season at least. He's been incredible for Arsenal. Let's move on to Argentina. I mean, they do have the best player of all time, you know, number 10 right there. And if he's going to be positioned next to Julian Alvarez, then it could be a really long game for England's defense. I think that Julian Alvarez has all the abilities in the world of what a good striker needs. I mean, he's got the skills, he's got the long shot ability, he's got the finishing. I mean, for Atletico Madrid, he's been just different gravy. So I honestly think that if you start those two together, it could be a long game for England's defense. Alexis McAllister, I mean, he looks like the average Scouser. He looks like he's from Liverpool and has an accent and everything, but you see his last name is McAllister, and then you see him in interviews, and you're like, wait, what? Speaking like perfect Spanish, like to a T, and you're like, wait, that's definitely his first language. Overall, Argentina's had a easier run of opponents. I mean, they conceded 2 goals against Egypt, and they conceded 2 goals against Cape Verde. So I just think that Argentina's had an easier run of opponents. So what it really comes down to is the defensive lines and which players are going to step up in the moment. Nico O'Reilly for England, I rate him really highly, but that's also because he scored 2 goals against Arsenal in the FA Cup final. So I don't forgive him for that, but I think he's been really good at this tournament so far. And if you want to compare the keepers and even go that far, I think that Jordan Pickford is better than Emi Martinez, and that might be a crazy take, but I personally think that Jordan Pickford at this tournament has been better than Emi Martinez. I think that he saved them from against Mexico. I mean, at the Azteca, he was all over the place. He was Spider-Man. I mean, I've never seen such a performance in such a big game for England. I think either team could go through here, but I think that England might have the upper hand a little bit, just in terms of the teams that they've played against. I think they've played against more difficult teams. Argentina struggled against Cape Verde, and I know that's going to be, you know, a common narrative. Oh, they struggled against Cabo Verde. Oh, they almost lost to Egypt and whatnot. But I think that they've been persistent. I think even against Egypt, I kind of had a feeling deep down, you know, they're going to come back. And I mean, they're Argentina. But yeah, I think England is going to be my final prediction to play against Spain in the World Cup final. So yeah,